Jamaica, Burgess, Esports, Jury, Video, Banter, like and subscribe somewhere. Big Jacks, Brian, and Savage, Jamaica, Burgess, Esports, Jury, Video, Banter, like and subscribe somewhere. Big Jacks, Brian, and Savage.
GZ Sports back at it again on a Friday. Big up on yourself, people. Big up yourself. You don't know. Today we have Fry, the new host, and we have with us we have Randy Savage, Jackson Bryan. Introduce yourself, guys.
Yeah, well, as per usual, Randy Savage Jackson Bryan again with another GC episode. And I think, you kind of need to wake up Friday sometimes, that kind of Saturday evening. But, I met that slide right now. Yeah, but, Friday's back. But people always ask me why we call it Friday. Get back to talk about that. We have Senjo, another person we do know, former goalkeeper, positionally changing once. I think he plays it. Want to be a midfielder now, right?
Yeah. Currently play attacking mid or center mid.
Yeah, bro's in the midfield now. So we have some analysts from people who actually play the game, not just me around the world. Not. But anyway, last week I said I was going to speak about why we call this guy Fry. First time you see him, kind of not this guy. Anyway, um, so we all went to school, right? There's no hiding that. We all went to school, and there was this one English class where we were supposed to do descriptive writing. Teacher picked up him and said, "Come on and teach us how to make tin mackerel and white rice." And if you don't, that's a dish in Jamaica.
Alright, let me tell my part of the story, man.
You're not telling your part. You're with it. Wait, you're gonna get a lot of time to talk.
Wait.
Chill.
Cool.
So basically, he went up giving the instructions on how to do it. You have to be basically play by play, or you take the rice out of the cupboard and everything like that. And then he said about the rice, because she said, the food has to be clean. He said, you have to, and I quote, wash the rice until it's not white anymore. So I don't remember who it was in the class. I said, that's not a white rice. That's a fried rice. Hence the name fry. You can listen.
My turn for that now, right?
Yeah, your turn for that.
Alright, so the quote did wrong. The quote was wrong. Is it? It was just a big misunderstanding.
Remember that like it was yesterday.
Yeah. But that's how my name Fry, I said wash the white off of the rice and don't know history after that. Alright. And today we're gonna talk about
well.
Alright, go ahead.
No, I was gonna the other introduction can be from our guest, the actual footballer on the panel. I don't know where he got this name from because I never really, all our, what is it? This year is what, 10 years since we know each other, 9-10 years. I've never heard this name from him. Senju. If he's still there, he's having some background things, so though sometimes he's not there. But he'll get his chance to introduce himself. Fry, you have the show. Remember, you're in charge when you're there.
Yeah, man. Okay, so today, guys, we're gonna start with the Jamaican match we have today on the 24th against USA. It's supposed to be at 8:30, but it's pushed back to 9. So we're just gonna talk about our predictions, our starting 11s, the heartache we're about to feel, and just enjoy ourselves a little bit. Yeah. So firstly, what do you guys think going to be the formation that Hagen's going to use? I think it's the same 4-4-2 that he's been very consistent with so far.
So you can start. I think I've run my mouth so far already.
All right. Well, firstly, welcome guys. Welcome everybody again to GZ Sports and the Savage here. Halgrimson, right? I think he goes with 4-4-2, similarly to what he did with Iceland and the previous games against the other nations such as Qatar. I think we go with 4-4-2. He seems to prefer that despite having good wingers in our ranks at our disposal. He's not been really using them in the wing position per se. He's been putting them either on the right or on the left in the midfield position, slotting case standpoint Leon Bailey. I think he still goes with 4-4-2. Although I necessarily think that we should go with a 4-3-3 defensive formation because obviously we're playing against a stronger opponent. It makes no sense to go all out attack against them. Whilst I do believe we should do that, 4-4-2, I have no idea how this is gonna go, right? But I'm saying he's still gonna go with it. That's all I have to say as it relates to that. He's been using it. I don't see why he'll switch it up. He's not Pep Guardiola after all.
Fair enough. Fair enough. I have the same sentiment. What you think, Jackson?
Yeah, I mean, a coach should never. What would you use the word? He should not abandon his principles. And Hal Grimson used the 4-4-2 to beat England. He used the 4-4-2 to beat Argentina. I'd expect him to keep using it, even though it's what 4 or 5 games now. Still hasn't won a game for Jamaica, and it doesn't get much easier against the United States. He can keep it. Not gonna knock him. As Sav said, it would be better with 4-3-3, as we do have more technical players for that type of formation or anything. But against the US, you have to play prime Graham Potter mixed with Sean Dyche mixed with Jose Mourinho type of football. Because you're going to have to park that bus for a good 89.5 minutes and attack for those 30 seconds. Because you're going to have that lockdown. Because who's going to mark Christian Pulisic, Gio Reyna, Flo Balogun? Who's going to mark the danger man for America? That's the thing. But, he will. I think he will still stick with the 4-4-2 formation. If I can just give in a question, Senju, sorry, um, as a player, how is it for example, you were being coached by Tapa Whitmore about what 6 months ago, playing a 4-3-3 formation. Now you're playing in a 4-4-2 formation under Halverson. What change or mental change does that do for a player?
Thanks for having me again, guys. The mental change, honestly, it really boils down to composure and ball IQ, right? So if you're a type of player who doesn't really compose on a field, a slightest change will shake you off your game, and it really shouldn't. You should be a flexible player. You should be able to play even a 5-3-2 formation, 3-3-4, right? It shouldn't really matter. You should be able to change and adapt to your team's pace. That's my take on it.
Yeah, yeah. So everybody has the same sentiment. See, everybody have the same vibe. You're gonna keep the 4-4-2. Nothing not going to change really. We're part of the bus. It's gonna be a rough match. You get me? Uh, next, or we can still talk about the formation or the side. You think Liam Bailey going to show up this match?
Sure,
Cause like
sure.
yeah,
Bro, Leon, I don't think Leon's ever shown up wearing a Jamaican shirt. Hell, in the
Currently plays for Aston Villa, right?
yeah, he
yeah,
plays for Villa, and
yeah,
it's
yeah, yeah.
actually the
Honestly,
only time.
when you think about the performance he puts on at Aston, that isn't delivered on a pitch, and it's sad. And I feel like it's just overall chemistry for Jamaican footballers. They don't really get along well, and they can't really come together and play football. So I feel like that's really the problem. Poor management, I'd say.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's a good point.
the last time I saw, the only time for me actually, because I kind of watch the Prem, trying to watch it every weekend. The only time I actually see Leon put in a good performance is when he's playing up against Lisandro Martinez. Apart from that, he doesn't put. I mean, throughout the whole Premier League season, those are the only matches I remember at Old Trafford, tearing it apart when he came off the bench. At Villa Park when they beat United 3-1. And then at the back end of the season, I think it was against Brighton. But apart from that, Leon doesn't really strike the world on fire. Even in a Jamaica kit, it's even worse.
I think
Yeah,
personally that at this point in time, I think personally we just have to come to the conclusion that Leon Bailey is not as good as people make him out to be. Of course, he is one of the best and better talents that we have available at our disposal as Jamaicans, but at the same time, the lackluster performances that he has been putting in for both Villa and for Jamaica itself, I don't think I've seen Leon Bailey have a good match since signing for Villa. And that's crazy considering that he hasn't had really any long-term injury to bar him out for months per se. I think Bailey is just not that good. I think we just have to genuinely look and accept that Leon Bailey is no better than Kai Havertz. And for those who know football, Havertz is not Premier League quality at the very least. He's Bundesliga quality just like Bailey, but not Premier League quality. And I think we have to draw the line between a good player for a country and a good player for a club. And that's the harsh reality is that Leon Bailey is neither. And that's just that he's not good for Villa and he's not good for Jamaica. Then what are you good at? Hell, if they would send him back to Leverkusen and retrieve the money, I bet they would, because he contributes nothing. I want to be the first man to admit that if Bailey comes on and starts and wins us the game today, I'll be the first man to publicly, I don't know, apologize or something, but I don't see it happening. He's just not it. It's just as straightforward as that. He's not it.
Lis- Well, listen, if before Fry can take over again as Sav, if you remember last show, what I said would happen if we could get a positive result, right? I'm in a white shirt now. So you know what's gonna happen if Hal Grimson does put on a result. This shirt's off and I'm running screaming Jamaica winning the Gold Cup. I keep my word. I always keep my word, right? These guys can tell you I will keep my word.
I
That's
know
all
that.
I'm
I know that.
right. Can take over what he's ready, man.
yeah. The Leon Bailey slander is crazy, but until he prove himself, I'm just gonna affirm it. I'm not gonna shed no tears, but yeah. Um, it's sad. It's sad we're
Come
not
on,
gonna
man. It's
see.
not slander if it's true.
Some
It
people
can't be
won't think
slander if
it's
it's
true.
true.
I beg
Who?
to differ still.
Who doesn't think I'm not right? I want them to come on this show right now and tell me.
I think Liam Bailey is the best thing Jamaica has produced, and while he hasn't
Really?
contributed, it, it,
Really?
it,
No, 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 no. You're gonna have to
yeah,
stop there. You see
really,
how Senju just lift just absolutely got up. No, no, no. Take the floor.
No, I agree with Fry. I agree with Fry. I
Really?
honestly agree with him
Hmm.
because there hasn't been a Jamaican player in history to go to Bundesliga and Premier League. And I'm not talking about Raheem Sterling because Raheem Sterling is not a Jamaican. He's English. Changed his citizenship. So let's not talk about him. I am looking at Leon's
So
stats.
what about West Morgan then? West Morgan is the
And
only Jamaica
You
to
unfortunately,
can't
ever,
bring Wes
the
into
only
this.
Jamaican to ever win the
Allow
Premier
Sen
League.
to have the floor. You can't bring Wes into this.
huh?
All right, fine, fine, fine. I'm sorry. Continue, continue, continue.
Okay. I'm looking at Leon's stats at Austin and I will honestly say it's garbage. I'm not lying. 18 matches, 1 goal, 2 assists. That's 2021, 2022. 2022, 2023, 33 matches, 4 goals, 4 assists. He's not. All right, let's just say this. It's not that he's a garbage player. He's just not under good management and he's not performing as well as he should. Because we've seen players like top tier players went to certain leagues, made decisions, and it was a flop. But let's not call him a flop yet because it's really early in his career. He's 25. He's a long way to go. So, Randy, I would appreciate if you relax on the slander because he's the best. He's the best footballer Jamaica has produced. He is. I'm not going to say otherwise. He is the best footballer Jamaica has produced. That we have on our team right now. Except for Whisper. Whisper is
I
coming
mean,
up
I
and
respect
let's
your opinion, but I have to consciously object.
okay.
Yeah, so uh, it is what it is. How you think US? How much you think we going get? As in, like, if you think I get 2-0, 3-0, 4-0.
This man has no faith.
When you have watched enough
I don't have faith in Jamaica
Jamaica
either.
matches,
No, I mean, look, not, do,
As I said,
hands up if anybody actually thinks. Hands up if anybody actually thinks we're not gonna get smashed about 3-4 nil.
oh,
Actually, we know how good what our country is. We know what the talent level is in the US compared to us. It's like Manchester City deciding to play, I don't know, Tivoli Gardens. It's a mismatch.
yeah, yeah.
it is indeed a mismatch. You see what
I
the
mean, if you're
problem
talking about
with
results,
Jamaica
as I said
team
in the
is
show,
go ahead.
alright, as I said in the show, Jamaica cannot compare to the United States. If we get anything less than 2-0, it's a solid performance. If we get anything less than 1-0, that's amazing. If we get a draw, that's fantastic. A win, still we're gonna win the Gold Cup, as Jackson said. But come on, I at this point in time, I have zero faith in the boys. I don't want to sound pessimistic because I am a United fan. Let's be honest, we've been through hell recently. I don't want to sound too pessimistic, but they make it easy. They make it easy to be negative. They make it easy to feel like we're not going to have a chance. The amount of times and blood, sweat, and tears I've shed over this team losing to the United States, I've got numb to it now. I just, I just fully expect to go into a match, pick up a
I'm just
2-1, pick
going
up
to
a
go out on a limb
3-1.
and say, I'm just going to say it. Don't care who wants to come from it. We have been robbed a couple times against USA. We have been robbed. I am going to say it because I watched a few
What
matches.
can you do,
Two
man?
matches. We've been robbed 2 matches. The goal, 2 goals were scored. Coincidentally, both offside, and we get card for what? And
Uh,
they score an offside goal. Yay!
you can't
Yay!
forget the infamous Damian Lowe header against the United States as well. That is that is the most horrible refereeing I've ever seen in my life. And that was what brought in VAR in CONCACAF. And it's sad. It's like poetic justice that the same Damian Lowe in bringing VAR and VAR gave him a red card in the next match. So it's funny. USA go be with. So it is what it is. I don't think it's pessimism. I think it's real. I'm being realistic because Jamaica has not been
And that's the thing. I
performing.
don't think we play. I don't think we play enough matches or enough international matches to compare or compete with an international side. If you get what I'm saying, because we really have matches when we play what Concacaf bullshit performance.
Yeah.
Uh, and we really even compete in Concacaf. I don't think the boys are mentally prepared or physically prepared to go up against USA as everyone. Don't want to seem like a pessimist, as everyone has been saying, but unfortunately, we'll probably lose.
Yeah,
Yeah.
if I can just interject, that hands up comment of anybody if they think that we're not getting smashed. So A-Ball Sports in the live chat actually put his hand up saying, yeah, we're not getting smashed. Well, I have, I know who that is. I'm actually gonna text them as soon as the third goal goes in. I'm not even texting. I'm calling. Um, Next comment, Cash. He said, I paused my FM session for this. If Jamaica loses, I'll find Halgrimson and beat him with a raw fish. And that is a Jamaican person. Good job. Good job. Good job. Good job. Great job. Raw fish.
I
Not
mean,
even
he
a,
is Icelandic. He must know a thing or two about raw fish.
I know where the joke comes from. The Vikings. Man. Chill.
Yeah, I just want to highlight the positivism in the chat. You know, I appreciate that. Yeah, just keep up the faith. Um, just don't hang yourself if anything bad happens
Wow.
tonight. But other than that, other
Bro,
than
you
that,
got far. We're not Brazilians, man. We're not
uh,
that far.
yeah, a lot of the
Excuse
times
excuse me.
I'm threatening for do some drastic, especially that Panama match in the Gold Cup in the dark ages of Tapa. But other than that, guys, like and subscribe. You know, if you're enjoying the show and stuff. Next, we're gonna go through our starting 11s. Uh, Jackson, if you want to start it.
Yeah, well, you see, because of the formation he plays, I have to try and pick players that suit in each position, not just because they can play there, but because of the opposition we're going up against. Right? So in goal, based on the keepers that have been selected anyway, it's gonna have to be Andre Blake. Even if he's on one toe, half a finger, it's gonna have to be Andre Blake in goal. Right? For the left back position, I'd love to see Greg Lee start for Jamaica at the left back spot. However, I don't think he'll drop Taxi Lawrence purely due to experience for this type of match. Centre half pairing, we're going to be missing Ethan Pinnock. Family issues, hopefully everything's all right with him and his wife. So I'm going to go with Damian Lowe, and it's a wild card, but Deshaun Bernard, right? Pace, the passing accuracy, he's been cultured at Carrington. I mean, he must be able to can play 2 5 yard passes together. And at right back, I'm going with the youngster, Dexter Lembikisa. I always get his name wrong, by the way. It's Lembisika. Lembisika at right back. Because I've seen him for Wolves in a couple of matches. I've seen him in the youth games. And I know youth games don't compare because I mean you're gonna have to mark Christian Pulisic, not the one from Chelsea, but the one from America. That's a whole different ballgame. That's the difference between marking Harvey Barnes and Vinicius Jr. Huge difference. Into the midfield, on the wing options, on the based on the way Halverson does play, I think he'll have Bailey on the left instead of the right, and Demari Gray will get his debut on the right hand side. I think Daniel Johnson and John Russell will hold the midfield, and up front, I think his only two strikers he's going to go with Shama Nicholson and Mikel Antonio because they're the only. I mean, they're the two senior competent strikers. I mean, anyhow, Corey Burke is the starter. Good riddance. That's it. That's it.
Okay, Randy Savage. You have any changes in your starting 11?
Well, yes, actually. The crazy thing is, right, I've created this starting 11, predicted 11 before the entire situation came up with Pinnock. So my initial 11 was Blake, Murray Bell, Ethan Pinnock, Sean Bernard, Lamar Lawrence, Damari Gray on the left actually instead of the right. Bobby de Cordova Reed slotting in at a center mid sort of center forward position. I had Johnson filling in on the second center midfielder role, Leon Bailey on the right. And funny enough, for the front two, I actually told Jackson I wouldn't start Shamar Nicholson. I just don't think he's clinical enough. And I personally just threw in a wild card. Michael Antonio is a must. And that's one thing I have to agree with. He's a must. But I also put in Dejan Richard, the Chelsea man recently announced to sign in for Chelsea. I think it'd be a great experience to start him off. You know, I mean, you can disagree with me, Senji. You can disagree with me all you want. This is a part of the game. It's about making predictions, and no one but the manager knows who is going to select in the moment. And I'd
That
love to
that's
imagine that Richard starts this game. I'd love to imagine it, but I just, you know, dream on, I guess.
I wasn't disagreeing with that. Honestly, I wasn't disagreeing with that. I don't follow the Jamaican football team because I am
Oh,
afraid of heartache. You get what I'm saying? But I'm looking at the players and the ratio, the ratio for midfielders, defenders, and forward is retarded. Because I'm seeing like 20 forwards, 10 midfielders and probably 8 defenders, and that's crazy. You cannot have, you cannot manage a side where the ratio for strikers is more than midfielders and defenders. You are bound to fail. You are bound to fail. Because every man is going to be, pick me, pick me, pick me. No, we need 2 or 5 solid strikers, right? 10 midfielders, 10 sensible midfielders, reserve and subs. And you can have as much defenders as you want because defenders are known to be retarded enough to kick down a man but still take the ball from them. You get what I'm saying? Uh, but too much forward up on the side. Like some of them man I need to go sit up. I'm being
Yeah,
honest.
yeah, simple.
I'm being honest.
And you know what? If I could wind back the years, say 5, 10 years ago, and we'd have to retire at least 4 of the forwards in the team, I'd do it. And we make a certain Darren Matter. Of course, Jamaica fans know I'm referring to the GOAT of the Gold Cup, best
Mm.
player, arguably the best player in Jamaica's history,
Better than
arguably. Yeah. And as I said, Corey Burtman, he's done us well in the past, but come on, we need to be looking at more midfield. What happened to McGee? What happened to those young and upcoming midfielders that we have promised? I don't know. As far as I'm concerned, I don't think he has a suspension. I don't think he's injured. So why not pick him?
Exactly.
Why not give the
That's what
young
I am
guys the
saying.
chance?
You need more midfielders than strikers. You can have a retarded striker. And alright, let's just no slander, but let's take Benzema's career into perspective.
Jesus
He
Christ.
was dog shit. Olympic Leones,
True.
no. When he just got to Real Madrid, complete ass. Recently, recently, he's been good. What has been the success for Real Madrid's team? Midfielders. The midfield holds the
Yeah.
entire team together. It does. So when you have 50 striker, 50 right wing, 50 left wing, 10 midfields, that no make no sense. Because if a man injured, you cannot tell the striker to go play midfield. His mindset is go forward. I want to get a goal. Let's go. No, brother. We need midfielders. We need midfielders.
I find it
Yeah.
interesting
That's
how
that's
both.
completely true.
Yeah, you can go ahead.
yeah, final point and give back to first.
No. No, I wasn't saying anything. I'm sorry.
Okay, yeah, I was saying that it's interesting how I haven't heard you guys showing a love to Richard King, right? I find Richard King as one of the most intriguing Jamaican prospects. A centre back out of Cavalier. He left the Premier League and he's playing in Europe-ish. I call those region of Europe Europe-ish because not really Europe, but
Ish?
you know. And I want to see him start. You know, him look sensible around there, especially beside a Damian Lowe, who I also rate. You know, so yeah, that's that. Everybody else formation the same. So yeah, we can we can talk about score. I spoke about score predictions already. I think we're gonna get 6. You know, if I think we get 6 and we get 5, we feel like, you know, I don't feel no way. So if I say 6 and we get 5, I say, you don't know, we can sleep. But yeah, so that's my level. I've watched every Jamaica match from 3 years coming up. So I've seen the dark ages of Tapa. I know what it is to get 3-0 from Panama and not touch the ball none at all, is it? So you have to see with me. The pain in my heart, it deep, it deep. Uh,
I know what it's like to get beaten. What was it? I think it was 2-0 or so from Montserrat, and we were ranked 112. Crystal Palace wanted to buy Andre Blake, but since we were so badly ranked, he couldn't move to England.
yeah, mess up the man career. Um, yeah. Anything you want to talk about, Jackson?
Yeah, no. All I'm saying is I don't think we get six. I know how America is. They'll just ease up. I mean, they eased up against Canada, and that's an understatement. So I don't think we do get six. Maybe 5-0. I mean, there are some people saying 7-1. Well, I don't think we'll get embarrassed that much, right? We will get embarrassed, right? I think we're gonna have like
You probably do.
22% possession, have like 90 passes completed, 43% pass completion rate. But we're not. I don't think we're getting 7-1. I think that's a bit
All
too
right,
much.
that's. I think we're going a little bit ham here. Let me ask each of you guys. I'm gonna say it out loud, and each of you can tell by your responses or whatever. But what are we gonna do if we actually win? Like, come on, bro. We're
You
doing
know
so
what
much
I'm gonna. You
slander
already know
towards
what I'm
us.
gonna do if we win.
What's
You already
gonna
know.
happen if we do win? Right, you have the most outrageous claim out of all. What are you gonna do if we end up even drawing this match? Because let's be honest, I'm going to celebrate a draw like how we celebrate a win. That would be like us marching to the Stade de France in Paris, and only collecting four from France. We collected eight a couple years back. It's a big improvement, 50% improvement. You know. So really and truly, what do you guys intend to do if we actually do manage to get a positive result, which is what I said is at least a draw against the United States of America tonight in about
Uh,
60 minutes? What do you expect?
if we win, which is unlikely
Yeah,
based
yeah, yeah.
off
If we
what
do,
we've seen, I'm gonna beat pot cover till my neighbor them call police off for me. It's simple. It's simple. Just bang the pot cover them hard like a champs. You
Don't
know.
worry, I feel money over here.
All right. If we draw, we'll play good. I will play good to the standard that we must say good man compared to Jamaica standard. So if we draw, we'll play all right. Man say US have a different quality of team, so we can't beat them too bad. But if we lose and we get like six, like what I was saying, which is outrageous, I just cry myself to sleep like usual. Uh, what about you, Jackson?
Listen, if you guys were more into the last show, I told Sav already. If we get a positive result, I'm running around the whole yard shirtless saying Jamaica winning the Gold Cup. You know that already. That's me, right? If and I can make those outrageous bets when I'm that confident it's not gonna happen.
Yeah. Okay. So if nobody else, Send you have anything to add? If we win, okay.
Right, if we win, honestly, I will recant all my statements that Jamaica is a dog shit team with dog shit management. I surely will. And I will start having faith in my Jamaican team. Because why not? But I don't see how we're going to win because we don't have that much international experience with the current team. Plus, if we lose, I'm going to cry. Honestly, I'm going to cry. If we lose, I'm going to cry. We're gonna lose, I'm gonna ball. But Jano, you realize there are only four sensible player there on USA team. You know how disrespectful a loss would be? Like, yeah, think about it. Giovanni Reina, Christian Pulisic, Weston McKennie, and Sergio Dest are the only four sensible players. And we don't have
nah, bro.
one.
West Ham
Yeah.
got relegated. He's no longer a sensible footballer. He got
Tags,
Who?
relegated, bro.
Who?
McKinney got relegated. McKinney.
bro,
He's no
based on
longer serious, bro.
relegation.
Wasn't he a lone player?
That makes
Yeah,
it
Yeah, but
but
even
he's
he's
still,
worse.
at Juventus, bro.
yeah, he's still relegated though. It doesn't matter
That
if he's
makes
on
How much?
loan or he's
that
relegated.
makes it even worse. You never did that for say that, Randy. You just make it look worse for Jamaica. So you're gonna lose to a red player. You just make it look worse. Guys, let's preach positivity over Jamaica. We have been training. We have prospects in the football team. we lose to them couple times, so we know exactly what to expect from USA. So me personally, I expect them for going out the match with a mindset say, "Yo, we'll play that team here a couple time," because um, Brazil versus Croatia, every every match we played against Croatia, we won, but in the World Cup we lost because them prepared. You get what man say? Like if we do the proper preparations and put on the proper players, make the proper plays, then I see a victory. But if that not go on, then Jaja. Like me that if I ever got US, me that say I'm not Jamaica, I'm Caribbean.
Uh,
I'm Caribbean.
okay, all right. So now we can go for a break, and we're gonna come back after with a new topic. Okay, guys.
Jamaica go Jeezy Sports. Tune in video blind tour. Like and subscribe some more. Big Chucks Brian and the Savage Jamaica go Jeezy Sports. Tune in video blind tour. Like and subscribe some more. Big Chucks Brian and the Savage Jamaica go Jeezy Sports. Check out the station. Jamaica Sports Education. Now the best news I come from. Jeezy Sports Education. Doing videos, like and subscribe to us. Sometime we are on the class. Meta budget is fast. Doing video blind tour. Like and subscribe some more. Big Chucks Brian and the Savage.
And again, I don't know if these guys probably fell asleep or something. But we're back from the break. GZ Sports again. This time on YouTube. Remember, like, follow, subscribe. I don't know what happened to Sav. He's probably getting the colors on. Getting the scarf on. Never mind. Anyway, right.
Yeah, I was just looking at the chat, and I appreciate all the support in chat. But there's one comment that really irked me. It is the Cash. He said, "Respect Balogun.
Nah,
Respect Balogun."
I respect it. Nah,
I'm an
Respect
English
who?
fan, and Balogun was English, and unfortunately, while he was playing good in France, he couldn't make the bench. But he decided to switch his nationality to USA, and I can't respect a mercenary like that. Leave one colonizer for another. With a name like Balogun, it must have some heritage in Africa. Wally Premier League player do it, Zaha do it, Lamptey do it, but him left England for USA and can't respect that.
yeah,
And I'm also hurt because I'm an English fan and he's good. But other than that, yeah. So that's just what I had to get off my chest. No respect for Balogun. I'm hoping him buck him toe before the match. And all
bro, everything bad, man.
right, all right. So next, we're gonna talk about Mason Mount, right? And what you guys think about Mason Mount not making it to Manchester United. The transfer is off. They're saying. What do you guys think about that? You can start, Jackson.
It's what can I say? It's the first time Man United have ever um, done something kind of smart. They're not deciding to get rinsed by another club again. Chelsea said they want, what was it, 65 million? United say taking 55 or nothing. They said they wanted more. United said there's the offer, yeah, they're going to take it or leave it. And apparently, the deal is off. Now, there are some reports coming out saying that the deal's not off, the offer is still there on the table if Chelsea decide to make a U turn. But, I mean, come on. I don't get where clubs with players with 1 year left feel like they have any type of power. I mean, as United, I can just say, I mean, you really showed me. You didn't want to sell me Mount in 2020, the summer of 2023. So what I did was buy your midfield targeting Caicedo. And then Mount came to me in 2024 on a free transfer. Brilliant business. You really taught me how to do a transfer. Because when you have 12 months left, if the player's not signing a contract, you got to sell them, get some quick money. Because if they haven't signed before, they're not going to sign again. I don't I wouldn't mind Mount because as Ten Hag play Bruno on the right, on the left, and I know Mount can play. So as a utility player, I see it would work. But you see, when it comes to that midfield thing with him beside Casemiro, that's a horror show. Because when you go up against Man City, who just added Kovacic, they might go out and get Gabri Vega. They're gonna run you into the ground. They are absolutely gonna run you into the ground. Liverpool just the same. If they get Thuram and Gravenberg, they're gonna run you into the ground. So I'm not fed up that Man United missed out on Mount. Maybe they do get him later in the window. Who knows? Maybe they get him next week. Um, but no, that's just me. I feel no way about this.
Jackson, I want to just quickly interject. Cash, big up yourself, Cash. He decided to respond, and Emma beat me in the comments. Emma said, let me quote exactly what he said. He said, England invented the sport and haven't won the World Cup since my granny was a teen. Why would he play for them? I don't know if he said to that.
I mean,
England
look,
don't win on. It's true, it's true, it's
yeah,
true. But we went to semifinals 2020. My brain, my hungry, excuse me. But um, Balogun still buck
2018.
him too. Balogun
Yeah,
still buck him too, Cash. That is
he
facts.
was.
In the walk with
I just
England.
like to add,
Yeah, go ahead.
this English last English World Cup team was quite prominent. It was quite prominent. I'd just like everybody to take that into perspective that it was a very strong team. Unfortunately, Harry Kane was the striker. So, you know?
For that, I'll have to actually disagree with that because Kane is one of the best strikers in the world. The problem is, no.
Sir,
The
listen to what
problem
I'm saying.
is Southgate.
Listen,
Because I mean, look, no,
listen.
look. In that game against France, you had a guy who scored 2 goals in the previous, named Marcus Rashford, and you left him on the bench. And you brought on Raheem Sterling, who played like 60 minutes of football before that game. It wasn't a smart move, and he doomed the team. I mean, yeah, Kane sent the ball all the way out to orbit, and he saved the Earth from that asteroid. But still,
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
let's
I
be
just
real.
wanted to interject quickly. Cash, if you're still
Harry
there,
Kane
just
is
just
good.
comment your side in the comments so I can beat your side too. Just make it even, you know. But yeah, you can go ahead now, Randy.
I don't think
All
Randy
right.
is. Oh,
No,
he's alive.
no, I'm here. Don't worry,
Oh,
don't worry. All right.
resurrection.
So just to be completely blatantly honest with you, right? This English team was absolutely like really good in the World Cup. Actually, they were very compact. Harry Maguire was not doing fake defending, right? They had a lot of talent. This English team actually is the most talented in the world, in my opinion. Right? They have talent oozing every position on the pitch. They have at least one or two players in each position that can do it in any team in the world, a matter of fact. The issue now is whether or not they can do it under pressure. We saw it versus Italy in the Euros. We've seen it against France. We saw it against Croatia in 2018. The main issue with this England team, I don't think Southgate necessarily messed up because Southgate could not have changed the outcome of that penalty shot. But what I think is the issue is that they just can't seem to keep their composure through the whole length of the tournament. They can play a 99 good games and then go play against North Macedonia to make it 100 and overthink and get nervous and somehow manage to lose on penalties. That's what England is, right? I'll be the first to tell you that I was very upset when England lost against France. I'll be the first to tell you that I was genuinely upset when England lost against Italy. They can play good, but man, oh man, they can't keep the composure to save the life. The composure in that team is probably a combined total of 12. It can't be higher.
Yeah. Sorry for the tangent. You guys were talking about Mason Mount. Yeah, so I'ma just give my opinion on it. Uh, I don't want to see any more English players in a Manchester United jersey. To be honest,
True,
I don't want to see any
true.
more until the ones who are there, they they improve themselves and start to play
Yeah.
at the level. I don't want to see any more English players, and that is coming from supporting the national team, right? Uh, when I look at Wan-Bissaka, Maguire, uh, Jesus Christ, Mason Greenwood, where him him beat up
Don't,
him
don't,
Don't
girlfriend
even
hey,
touch it,
and
Richard.
leave MG11 out of this, bro. He's
and
not played in 18 months.
He's
yeah,
coming back. Mason
well,
Greenwood is coming back.
which is crazy because I don't know when bust the case in breeder and then bust the case, but that is anyways. I don't want to see him in. I
Bro,
don't.
you really need to get something to eat, man. No,
I
remember
don't.
what you
I
said?
don't.
Bro.
No.
Yeah, I'm saying I don't want to see any more players in English players in that team.
Bro
I
forgot
think
Sancho.
yeah, Sancho, he had personal issues, so I have some type of sympathy, you know.
I'm
But
sorry. I'm just going to say Sancho a
mm,
dog and him to leave Manu. Sancho a dog. And that comes from the deepest part of my soul. Sancho is a dog.
You're not the good
I
dog.
don't business. Who is a Sancho fan? Sancho a dog. I may have said that with my chest. I have a genuine hate for Sancho. Dog. Sorry, continue.
um, so I'm glad I get that off your chest.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah. I
Nah,
lost track of what I was talking about. Yeah. Yeah.
Mount,
Mount.
Mason Mount.
Yeah. Mount. The money for him, while Mount is a promising player, the money for him would be way too much. It would just be, paying overpriced. He would just be overpriced. So, yeah, that's that. Um, Frank Lampard is the only person that can coach him. That's obvious.
That is true.
So him would have, if him come to Manchester United, that'd be dog shit. Uh, you
So
know.
you just think him flop. There's no guessing of alright, it might play good, it might improve. Just immediate, it just not gonna work.
Um, I don't remember the last. I'm talking about English players. I don't know if it's English players or just players on a whole. When they come into Manchester United after a period of time, the quality drop. I don't know if it's because the coaching staff or something. But when Maguire came to Manchester United, he was a really good centre back, and he just went downhill gradually over time to the point where he's dog shit and nobody no want him. So
Yeah,
it's
stop use that phrase, please.
I'm sorry for the cursing.
No. Like
Uh,
you guys use
yeah,
it so
But
much.
but
yeah.
what he's saying is actually true, you know. What he's saying is true because when you
I
really
never
think
said it
about it,
wasn't.
every time an English player is introduced to Manchester United team, one or two good season and then out of nowhere them just start perform like garbage for no apparent reason. For no apparent reason. Because Sancho, dog, not Sancho. Maguire was a good player. Rooney was a good player. Wan Bissaka is not performing as he should. Mason, let's just keep
Yeah, let's.
English players away from Manchester United. Like some form of bad luck did it when an English player just arrive, something have happen. Like bad. So let's just keep English players out of Manu. We can agree on that, yes?
You guys
Mhm.
think even if Kane joined, he would flop, even though he's the only striker to score 30 twice in a season.
That's a good point because Kane has proved that he can do the impossible, right? So he might be able to break that curse in that instance because he's done it with Tottenham, right? Tottenham is a side that doesn't create chances, and he finds a way to score a tremendous amount of goals, you know. So uh, I think he should. I think he should come. He's the only one that I would be like, you know what,
I mean,
Son,
he
yeah,
does have
yeah.
Son on the list.
Son hasn't had a good season this season. So yeah, I don't think Son really helped the team that much.
Yeah, some kind of flopped. I mean, I remember at the start of the season,
No, not this season, but
I kinda picked him to win the Golden Boot. It wasn't the most embarrassing thing on that show, but some people picked Raheem
yeah,
Sterling to
yeah, I
win.
remember that. Hey, at least he got more goals than Son.
Shut up.
You can't, you can't be
Shut
slandering me, boy.
shut
You can't be slandering me, bro. He got more goals than Son. You can't be slandering. And I still did predict that Erling Haaland would have a banger season. So I guess I wasn't wrong.
I'm just interested in what you guys think about the City dominance. Is the Premier League now a farmers' league?
Yes, yes, has been, has been.
Well,
I'm
it
No,
has. No,
no,
look, it
no,
is hard to
no,
say
no.
no
We
because
cannot,
City
we
have won
cannot,
the
we
title.
cannot.
What is it? Five in the last four, five in the last six.
Yeah, yeah. The most competitive league in the world right now is the Serie A. And that goes without saying that the Serie A has had three different winners in the last 3 different years. For 6 years, six or the last 6 years, City have won the league 5 times. The only exception being Liverpool, right? It's the definition of a farmers league. It and the Bundesliga. Both of those leagues have had teams winning it. It's not the
Or just
Bundesliga,
take it
especially the
into
farmers league.
consideration. Randy, sorry to cut you off, but let's take it into
No, it's all right.
consideration that Pep is an exceptional coach. Let's think about
He
that.
is. He
Exceptional.
is. And while
He's
I'm not
exceptional.
denying that, look at Carlo Ancelotti. He doesn't win La Liga every single year. He didn't win La Liga this year. And he's exceptional, right?
Who?
There have been many exceptional coaches who have failed to win the league every single year, right? Pep was doing it at Barca, at Bayern, and at Manchester City. It's just the fact that everywhere where Pep goes becomes a
Exactly.
farmers league. It just becomes a farmers
It's
league
not that
eventually
it becomes a
because he's a
farmers
serial
league.
winner.
It's just that, alright, you probably don't notice it, but Pep's play style is the same in every league. Tiki taka ball game. Build up. Slow build up. Everywhere him got Barca with it, him got Bayern, and now him there City. And it has been effective every damn time. So let's not say uh Premier League is a farmers league. It's just that Pep different.
All right. So what would you say for the French league, for example, League 1? There have been in the last 5 years 3 different winners in the last 5 years, but people are adamant that it is a farmers league, right? Even without Pep Guardiola in the Bundesliga, Bayern have still continued to dominate ever since he's left,
Where do we
right?
even
11 league
Because
titles
Bayern?
Bayern Munich has already
right?
built their name.
All right, fair
Bayern
enough,
Munich has already built their name. Nobody
fair
wants
enough.
to play
But
for
what
Wolfsburg.
about, bro? Come on.
Nobody wants to play for Leipzig. Nobody
No,
wants to play
I
for
mean, come
Leverkusen.
on, bro. I mean, come on, bro. Pep Guardiola,
Nobody wants to
the
play for
the,
those teams.
the, the,
Let's be
the, the
honest.
definition of a farmers league is a league where one team, irrespective of all other facts, so irrespective of money, irrespective of managerial prowess, irrespective of talent, it's a league where one team continuously dominates in every single season. And whether we love it or not, whether we hate it or not, it's just the fact that based on that description given to us by Fabrizio Romano himself, the Premier League is therefore the second biggest farmers league in Europe, right? And at this point in time, I find it hard. Everyone, not one person in the world can tell me that they go into a Premier League season in the last 6 years and say, oh, Arsenal win the league. Oh, nah, it could be Manchester United. Nah, it could be Chelsea. It could be Liverpool. Everyone and their mom and their nans and all the unborn fetuses all know that Manchester City is winning it, whether we like it or not. Erling Haaland is inevitable. Pep Guardiola is inevitable. Hell, Calvin Phillips has won the Champions League from doing nothing. Bro, that's a farmer. Those planting fresh crops, watering them, nurturing them, and he ain't even doing anything. He's just reaping the product, you know. And it's crazy because City is
I,
an excellent
I
team,
don't. I
and
won't say
City
it's a
has the money.
farmers league because I won't say it's a farmers league. The league has dropped standards. Let's say that the league has dropped standards because don't want to bring in anybody new to work with. So the same play style, them can't adapt to change. Them do nothing different. So Pep is a man like this where he analyze everybody else. All right, let's think. Pogba, Paul Pogba. I
Who?
saw a clip where Pep told them that Pogba is known for long passes, right? Very accurate long passes. Pep said, "Hey, Pogba is going to go down the wing, come back, and he's going to string it to the left, mark him." And Pogba did the it shut down. It was shut down. So let's just put the fact that Pep is a very exceptional coach and the others aren't doing that much. They aren't doing that much.
Yeah, Pep is a good coach. And on the final point before I give back to Fry, all I'm saying is until, well, what's it been? We've said five in the last six. I think it's, yeah, five in the last six. A certain manager did it with no money spent with Darren Fletcher and Tom Cleverley in the midfield and won 7 titles in 9 seasons. So when he does achieve that, then I will consider him as the OG goat. I Everybody knows where I stand on that. I'm never gonna give up against Fergie. Fergie is the reason I watch football. End of discussion. Fry.
Okay, so we can.
I mean,
I
let's
have
be fair
similar.
here.
Go ahead. Go ahead, Randy.
All right. Well, I was just referring to the Fergie situation. Fergie's the goat of his generation, but if you're talking about our generation, Pep is head, shoulders, and heels above everybody else. Similarly to how, similarly to how Alex Ferguson was. If you're putting that into context,
True,
if you're putting that into
true.
context, they're both the goats of their generation. It's kind of like Messi and Pele, the goats of their generation. Like, no matter what you say, you
Um,
can't really discredit
let's not begin that
what
debate,
what,
sir.
what they've.
Yeah.
Let's not
Come on,
begin
Let's
bro.
that
not.
debate
Let's not.
because
You're
Messi and Pele.
let's
outnumbered.
do
I'm
not
sorry. You're
say
Messi
outnumbered.
Messi.
It's not
and
just
Pele
him.
are the goats of their generation.
Do not say Messi is the goat, brother, because
It can't be anybody
let's
else.
not
It's
begin.
either Messi.
Messi or
Excuse
who?
me, sir. Well, a welcome trophy for Ronaldo.
What?
But come on, Messi won everything that he can win.
Bro,
What else?
again,
What Messi won everything that he can win, bro. What else do you need? Do you need him to walk into the Premier League in a rainy night in Newcastle and lift the Prem with them? Nah,
listen,
man. Bro's won
listen,
everything that he
I,
can
I
win.
would love that. I
Messi,
would love that.
while we can
listen.
admit that Pele is the best in the world, Messi is the best in the galaxy.
Listen, I'm
So
telling you
you're
this
saying
before
Messi is
anybody
better
else
than
jumps
Pele?
in. Just what before anybody else jumps in. I will say Messi is the GOAT if he joins Tottenham and wins a trophy.
Right. Yes. Yes. Let's see that happen. Because your GOAT at 36 years old is
If
playing
he
for
does,
Inter Miami now. Your GOAT, who won the
and
World
who
Cup,
may
the
your
Ballon
goat be?
d'Or, at 36
Yeah,
years old, is playing for Inter Miami.
yeah.
Where was Ronaldo at 36?
Mhm.
Winning the
Where
Champions
was
League.
he?
Okay, yeah.
Where was he? Huh? Eh?
What? Say that
But
again.
because
Say
Messi
that
got
again.
a World Cup, I am going to
No.
say this. That World Cup was scripted AF. It was
Bro,
rigged. Other business
Why
when
are we
money
bro,
even
matter.
come
on with
on.
the GOAT
The
debate
World
right
Cup
Come
now?
was
on,
scripted.
bro. It can't
The
be
World Cup
rigged.
was scripted not only for
It
for
can't
for
be
Messi's
rigged.
match, for not
Why are
only
we
for
in a
Messi's
goat
matches.
debate right now?
No, brother, let's
Bro, let
talk
me be
about
honest
it
with you.
because
Let me
this
be
man
blatantly honest with
is
you.
going to say
Messi,
Messi won everything.
Messi is the GOAT. My grandkids will know that Messi is the GOAT. My kids will know that Messi is the GOAT.
The goat
The
at the
future
Farmers League.
generations of footballers,
Okay.
everyone.
The
It
goat
doesn't
at the
matter. He's
farm.
still the GOAT. He's the greatest of all time, right? I can
Cool, cool.
guarantee you. I can guarantee you. Whatever. I don't know who your GOAT
The
is, right? And I
greatest at
frankly
Farmers
couldn't care
Leagues.
less.
Cool.
I mean, Cristiano
Cristiano
did the
Ronaldo
same.
is
I
the
don't see
best of all
anybody
time.
complaining. Cristiano walked into an amazing Manchester United team winning. He walked into Real Madrid, and the people claim he dominated Spain when he only won 2 in 9. But domination. Walked
How
into
many
Is
a
it
games?
my
Juventus
Wi-Fi
team that
or
has
he's
been
lacking?
winning. I think I'm
Bro, this is
lagging.
not a goat
Walked
debate.
straight
I
into
don't even remember
United
what the
and
topic
flopped.
was.
Is it my Wi-Fi or he's lagging? I'm not sure what's happening. Is it me?
Like,
Is
oh,
everyone hearing me?
yeah, we got
Yeah,
you.
yeah, yeah.
I got Fry. You can
Maybe it's me then.
progress.
Alright. What were you saying, Randy? What were you saying Christy did?
Now I was just saying that Cristiano walked into Manchester United in the '08 season when Manchester United were still at their peak of dominance, right? Walked into Real Madrid, became one of their best players, but could not conquer a certain Lionel Messi. Walked into Juventus, who have been winning the league for the last 10 years before he came, right? Then he walks back over to Manchester again, put in a decent performance, but flopped ultimately, leaving the club in a
This,
bad decision and going
bro,
to a Common
you
League.
sound like EA Sports.
Common
It's gonna
League,
be
bro.
You
on, man.
sound like EA.
Common
No,
League, bro.
you sound like EA.
Bro,
You
it
honestly
doesn't
sound
matter.
like
Messi
EA.
won the
You're
World
going
Cup.
to say he put
Messi
on a
won the World Cup
decent
in the
performance
best
at Man
World
U.
Cup of all time. He
Okay,
did it.
guys.
He did. He
Guys.
scored.
Messi
He
was
scored
given that World
17
Cup.
or 18 goals.
Uh,
Messi,
That,
guys.
Messi was
Ben,
given
it
that
doesn't
World
matter.
Cup.
He
Ben,
still won it.
I don't
guys,
When
care.
Christie was given 3 Champions Leagues, no one
He
complained.
was given.
I
guys.
took that slander.
Let's talk about that World Cup was given to him. That World Cup was given to him.
Fry, start again. I got this.
Okay, so the debate has all as time itself. The goat debate. Yeah, but the starting 11 is out. Jamaica team is out, and you can look at it. It was sent. Uh, so who was right?
None of us was right again.
Yeah, nobody predicted the team accurately. Uh, yeah, so that kind of. Oh, wait, gray as in which grade is Demar
What
Gray
is the
or
11?
Yeah, that's them.
or
I agree, bro.
or the other grade, the left back.
Nah, that's them. Let me go through the lineup.
Damari.
So, yeah, and I don't know if you guys saw, but I really got pissed off. You probably weren't seeing because you guys are in that boat debate. But it's Blake in goal, as we all knew. Amari Bell starts. Adrian Mariappa starts. And
Where do we
I
find the lineup?
have no idea. You can hang on, I'll send it to you. Um, but yeah,
Okay.
so Mariappa is there with Damian Lowe and Dexter Limbikisa. Um, Also in the team, Bobby Reed, he starts. I know Sav really doesn't have a liking for Bobby Reed. Um, Joe Latabede, he's this guy from formerly of Swansea. He's apparently going to get a new club. He's going to play in midfield, it seems. Kevin Lambert and Demari Gray. So he gets his debut. And it seems it will be a front two of Mikel Antonio and Leon Bailey. On the bench, it's Kanaya Boyce Clark. The other goalkeepers are two goalkeepers on the bench: Deshaun Bernard, Dan Johnson, Corey Burke, Shamar Nicholson, Deshaun Richards, Kahim Paris, Kemar Lawrence, Javane Brown, and John Russell. I think we're going to get six now.
Only 6. I say
Uh,
7 now. That's return.
Um,
No, let me not say that word. It's absolutely ridiculous that lineup is. Genuinely, I can't. Is Algrimson a coach? Is he?
what?
I need to work on my. football knowledge. Is he a coach?
All right, so let me hear what you would change out and the issues you find with the lineup. Savage.
Man, come on. Why is Mariappa? If anything else, why is Mariappa still playing? Why? I can. Oh my God. I'd rather sit and watch that. I'd rather sit and watch Brazil get seven again, bro. Why is Mariappa playing? Ain't that dude like 47 years old or something? Jackson, you know what? I'm turning it over straight to you because if anything else, that's
Listen,
60 now. And I want
bro,
you to perfectly sum it up what I'm feeling right now.
bro, the US are so confident that I don't see any Christian Pulisic, no Flo Balogun. No, hang on, let me go through this stuff. So it's Matt Turner in goal. There's DeAndre Yedlin, Aaron Long, Matt Miazga, Alan Sonioro, James Sands, Jesus Ferreira, Jordan Morris, Aiden Morris, Alejandro Zendejas, and John Tolkien. I know about five people in this starting 11, and
We
I
have
still
hope,
think
guys.
we're getting
Guys,
sick.
we have hope. This is like the C side or the B side.
Man,
Oh my god,
more than
yo.
the seaside, bro. This is more than the reserve. Look, DeAndre Yedlin. I remember when he was half decent at Newcastle, and that was about a decade ago.
USA sent out their B side, bro.
Man,
Uh, yeah, but I agree. Mariapa
All I'm
shouldn't
saying is if
even
we
start
lose
as
this
well.
game, we should just quit it.
I think we have a chance with this side. The only thing I would change out is Richard King, obviously for Mariapa. Because Mariapa just he's experienced and Richard King is the future. Also, I never expected not Blake Bailey to play up top with Antonio. I thought he would have played on the wing, so that was unusual. But it is what
or
it is.
maybe we're just reading it wrong because he normally plays a 4-4-2. Maybe he's actually playing him on the wing, but then Bobby Reed at number 10 does not really fill me with much confidence. I know he scored that banger against Mexico, but it doesn't really fill me with confidence.
Bobby Reed only scores screamers. Only scores screamers.
I mean, that's a fact. That's a fact.
He only
That's
scores goal from 40 yard out. He can't score tap in.
just like Ronald Fastin.
Yeah, yeah. Um, it's good to see Lembe Kisa. Yeah, him always look good. Him look sensible. Him definitely look a level above the rest of the team. Uh, yeah. So I don't have anything more to say about this. The bench look benchy. Um, Burke and and Nichols sit up on the bench.
Yeah,
Um,
two goalkeepers on the bench.
yeah. The goalkeeper, I think his weight. Him they look solid against when him against Jordan. With the ball at his feet, him they look a lot more comfortable than Blake. Did you
Oh,
notice that?
You mean Qatar? Blake played the full game against Jordan.
Yeah, Qatar. Oh, maybe it's me alone notice. Yeah, but Whisper up on the bench and warm it. Hopefully him come on and get like 5 minutes or something.
Yeah, garbage
Oh,
time.
yeah, where's him garbage? They say Whisper garbage.
I never. Yo, put on your defenses. I said garbage time.
Oh, okay, okay. Make sure, make sure, make
Chill. He's
sure.
going to Chelsea, right? For now, I mean, he's garbage going to Chelsea. Anybody going to Chelsea is garbage until they start
Mm,
playing better. And
mm.
in October he's gonna join. In January he's gonna be
Hold
loaned
on.
out.
Question. Question. Sorry, guys. Whisper is from high school, yes?
From Kingston College, yes.
Whisper come from high school, like in fresh out of high school, KC. KC Musical?
Fresh out of KC.
Yeah.
I think
Alright, so he's the
send you
only
Wi-Fi kind of login.
high schooler that wants to play for Jamaica.
Wants to
Well,
play for Jamaica or has enough quality. I don't think he's
Can you hear me?
a lot of high schoolers want to play for Jamaica, but the quality is just not there.
They didn't make the cut.
Yeah,
Yeah, Whisper actually plays. I saw
You have them
the
old
European
boy.
coach speak about him, comparing him to Ronaldo Nazzaro. So I don't see it, but they see something I don't.
Mm. Yeah. Um, I want to see Antonio walk USA backline. That would have made me smile. We want to see him push down toward the center back then. You know.
Push them down.
Yeah, like when I like when just easy just shrug them off and see them roll off of the pitch. Everything them want to see, is it? I want to see him take the ball and walk them and crack it from 50 yards out. And then
Probably go 50 yards over the stadium wall.
yeah, yeah, but hopefully Bailey plays well. Hopefully make a few chances. I don't expect him to score or give an assist because he hasn't been doing that. But hopefully make a few chances for the people on the pitch. Um, more obviously low but some lace. I'm just looking at the lineup and just telling you what I want to see. Yeah, more obviously low destroy somebody uncle.
You can't say
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
You can't say that. That's
For
violence.
legal reasons, that's a joke.
No, in GTA, not in real life. In GTA, of course.
In GTA.
And
Oh,
Okay.
okay, that makes sense.
Let's just say in GTA everything then.
yeah, it seems like Balogun did book him too for real because he's not starting, so that's good.
Yeah, you get revenge.
Yeah, and you guys have anything to say?
All I'm gonna say, because Sav already spoke about the lineup. All I'm
Mm,
gonna say is that, like, what Mariappa does, like Mariappa, I won't lie. Mariappa, when he was playing for Reading, Crystal Palace, and Watford in the Premier League, was a really good player, decent bloke. Couldn't make it in a top 16 because he wasn't that level, but could have stayed in a mid-table team. The problem with Mariappa is now based on his age. Now I'm glad Christian Pulisic and none of the big guys are playing because he would get annihilated, and I would have said this would probably end 10-0. I would change Mariappa easily for Deschamps Bernard or King if he was available, or if Pinnock didn't have his family issues he's dealing with. But apart from that, with the lineup, I mean, the only other thing I would change, maybe I don't see how Bobby Reed just walks into the team. I think John Russell should have kept his place. But apart from that, Sen, any changes to the lineup based on what's on the bench and what's starting?
Yeah. Me that take
Apart
off everybody. Honestly. Alright, so I can't pull it up on my tablet. So we have Blake, Bill. This Mariapa person is Jamaican? Crazy.
yeah, him a play from before we're born, basically.
I
You
mean,
see,
technically,
alright, look, guys, you see that now all man them have experience but no stamina. Them play old football. You get what I said? Them play old football. We need the younger players. Guys, on the can't have the prospect them on the team just watch the old boy them. Nah. I'm not really familiar with the Jamaican team, as I said before. You should have tell them Kyle so I could have do my research and thing, but uh as far as making any changes to the lineup, I don't know. But just would have take off the Mariapa person because him old. Him old. Like me that take off all of the old people him and put on mid-age or
All
the
right, so
younger players
I'll
because
tell you
them have
who
more
old.
stamina.
I'm gonna tell you who's the old lads them, the uncle them on the pitch.
the uncle
All
them.
right, all right. So Antonio is considered an uncle. Uh, Mariappa is an uncle. Um, Latibo they're not up in age, Kyle. I mean, but Brian.
Latibody is boy, I don't even know. Let me check because I don't really know much about him. I knew he played for Swansea and I
The
know he
name
was
is sound
a
like an
decent
old man.
player.
Yeah.
But Latibody is no, he's actually a young guy. He's 23 years old.
Oh, yeah. So the old man them really dep on the bench like Burke, the man that play from your youth. So say the man they all up in age. But other than that, the side look like a side ish.
Say this shit.
Yeah. So you have anything else to say, Jackson?
All I'm gonna say, cause we're going for close soon because I'm getting ready for the going off to get ready for the match. Obviously you can't watch Jamaica sober. We have to be honest. Can't watch Jamaica
Facts,
sober.
facts.
We all are over age. Just putting that out there. Yeah, but hopefully we put in a good performance. I've always said I don't mind if we play good and get six, but if we play bad and get six, I have no hope for it. It's simple as that. Um, Hopefully we can get some good results. Um, yeah, hopefully three
Uh,
games.
yeah. I just wanted to clarify a little bit why I call play good and why I call play bad, because I want to see if we're on the same wavelength as what we consider a good team, or a good play, a good match for Jamaica. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Mm. So playing good and losing is like playing like Brighton, right? You see how Brighton play, how Deserby sets up his team. Play like that and you lose, I'm okay because there's potential in that. But playing like a Frank Lampard's Everton, that's no, that's over. That's it. Then at that point we'll call cash and we'll get the raw fish together and we'll beat Algrimson away.
Yeah, yeah. All right, fair enough. Okay, so we have basically the same views as regards to that. Sen, do you have anything to say about what would I do if Jamaica play bad?
If
Yeah.
Jamaica plays poorly, honestly, it would be expected. But if we play good and lose, as Jackson says, that would be great because we actually see them progressing. You get me? And there is potential in the play style to improve. But if we play poorly and lose, if we play poorly, it's expected. But if we play good and lose, then unexpected, and we can grow from there. So basically, the same views as Jackson.
Okay, great. So, all right, everybody gave their closing statements except for Savage. He'll be giving his closing statement probably another time.
Yeah,
All
My
right,
closing statement is, guys,
all
hold
right,
on
go
for a
ahead.
second. My
Yeah.
closing statement is Real Madrid is the best club in the world. Has produced very good footballers. Cristiano Ronaldo is the goat. Alex Fergie is one of the best coaches ever. Pep is the goat of this generation as a coach. Obviously, we have a lot of talent under poor management. So we just need to sort out some people life and them thing there. We can good.
All right.
And I am single-handedly the most handsome person on this.
shut up. Yeah, listen. I just don't want to curse, right? Don't listen. No blasphemy. It's Saturday. It's a Sabbath. No blasphemy. No blasphemy. Just because I can't find a barber doesn't mean anything.
Yeah, I think it's kind of weird to announce yourself. I think somebody else should say that for you, but if it's so, we can work with it.
You have to look in the chat. Cash said that.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, so we can close off now. It's Friday. I mean Saturday morning, Saturday night. Yeah, Saturday night. You
Bro's
don't
not
know.
living in this verse.
Eat some KFC, some curry chicken back on everything, the fully belly. GZ Sports out. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Yeah, and yeah, that's it. Peace.
Yeah, man. And yo, guys, back again tomorrow as per usual Sunday show. Because obviously this game is way too late to do a post game show. So yeah, we'll just pick that up tomorrow. But as Fry said, we'll be back again. Senjo, thanks for coming on the play on the panel. Um, as we would have to say, Randy,
Jackson,
we don't just JPS, so that's why Randy's not here. Go on. We'll see
Jackson
you
and
guys.
Fry, thank you for having me. As a superstar, it's an honor that my greatness is acknowledged.
Bro's going
But
over the
thank
top. But yeah, no, we're gonna be back, guys. We're gonna be hitting up each other anyway during the match anyway. So you know, we'll talk soon. Thanks for watching the video. We'll see you guys tomorrow, next week, next Jamaica game.
Us. Sometimes we are not to us. Technology is plus. Tune in for the adventure. Like and subscribe some more. Big Chucks, Brian Hunter, the Savage Meta, OGZ Sports. Tune in for the adventure. Like and subscribe some more. Big Chucks, Brian Hunter, the Savage Meta, OGZ Sports.